Rustic Elegance home decor ideas. How to mix country charm with a sophisticated look. Begin your journey into rustic elegance by understanding the power of contrast. This design style blends natural textures with refined finishes. It's about creating a warm, lived-in feel without losing sophistication. Think of it as pairing distressed wood with velvet drapes or a vintage mirror with modern lighting. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through 25 easy-to-follow steps to bring rustic elegance to life in your home. From choosing your palette to placing the final decorative touch, you'll learn how to strike the perfect balance. Whether you're decorating one room or an entire space, these tips are designed to guide and inspire. Choose a neutral, earthy color palette. Begin by selecting a soft, neutral base. Think warm whites, taupe, sand, or dove gray. These tones create a calm backdrop for rustic textures and elegant touches. Use sample swatches to test them under natural light before committing. Neutral walls give flexibility to add layers of decor without overwhelming the space. Once your base is set, introduce color through accent pieces, pillows, rugs, and artwork. Keep the palette grounded in nature. Sage, terracotta, or dusty blue work well. Stick to muted, desaturated shades to maintain the elegant tone. Aim for no more than 3 dominant colors in one room. Use a digital mood board to visualize your color choices before painting or purchasing. Mix warm and cool tones with intention. Layering warm and cool tones can enhance depth and balance. Start with warm tones in large elements like wood floors or beige sofas. Add cool accents in accessories such as throw pillows, candles, or vases. This dynamic contrast adds sophistication without feeling flat or sterile. Avoid using competing undertones. If your base is a warm cream, pair it with a soft gray-blue rather than a cold steel. Let one temperature dominate and use the other as a secondary tone. This ensures cohesion while keeping things visually interesting. Use warm metallics like brass or gold to tie together cool and warm tones smoothly. Create contrast with light and dark elements. Anchor a rustic elegant room with strong contrast. Think dark walnut beams on a white ceiling. Use light-colored upholstery to balance heavier, darker furniture. The play of shadow and brightness adds visual interest and timeless appeal. Keep contrast intentional and limited to a few bold elements. Try pairing black iron curtain rods with sheer ivory drapes or a weathered oak table with cream chairs. Use dark frames on neutral-toned art to highlight without overpowering. Balance is key. Too much darkness can feel heavy, while too much light lacks depth. Add dimmable lighting to enhance contrast based on time of day or mood. Balance matte and glossy finishes. Start by choosing matte finishes for rustic foundation elements like wood beams, brick walls, or stone flooring. These create a soft, natural base that absorbs light and feels grounded. Then introduce glossy elements in small doses, such as ceramic vases, lacquered trays, or metallic lamp bases. This adds elegance and a polished contrast. Too much gloss can make the room feel overly modern. Limit shine to accent pieces and avoid overly reflective surfaces in large areas. Balance rough-hewn wood with glass or matte linen with silk cushions. These subtle shifts in finish bring layers and sophistication to your decor. Use glossy items near natural light sources to catch sunlight and highlight contrast naturally. Use consistency to tie the room together. Start by repeating core elements like wood tones, metal finishes, or fabric textures throughout your space. Consistent use of these details creates flow and unity from room to room. For example, if you choose black hardware, echo it in picture frames and lighting. The repetition pulls everything together effortlessly. Avoid overmixing styles. Choose 2 to 3 dominant materials or motifs and build around them. Too many competing elements will disrupt the rustic elegant balance. Consider anchoring your design with a consistent palette and fabric theme. This keeps the aesthetic intentional and curated. Take photos of each room to spot inconsistencies and align your decor more easily. Use reclaimed wood for a rustic base. Reclaimed wood adds instant authenticity and warmth to any space. Use it in statement pieces like dining tables, ceiling beams, or shelving units. Look for wood with knots, imperfections, and weathered tones. These add character and a lived-in feel. Let it serve as the visual foundation of your rustic elegance. You can also incorporate smaller pieces like reclaimed wood trays, mirror frames, or headboards. Seal the wood with a matte or satin finish to preserve its raw beauty. Combine with soft textures to balance out its rugged nature. Reclaimed wood keeps the design grounded and story-rich. Ask local salvage yards or builders for offcuts. They often sell beautiful pieces affordably. Introduce metal accents for a touch of class. Choose metals like brushed brass, wrought iron, or antique bronze to elevate your decor. These finishes pair beautifully with wood and linen for a balanced rustic look. Add them in handles, light fixtures, picture frames, or furniture legs. The subtle gleam brings a refined contrast to rougher materials. Stick to 1 or 2 metal finishes throughout your space to keep the look cohesive. Avoid mixing shiny chrome with antique metals. They can clash in this style. For a softer touch, go with muted or aged finishes that complement the rustic tone. Layer them thoughtfully, not excessively. single large metal piece, like a chandelier or mirror frame, can anchor a whole room. Combine linen, wool, and velvet for rich texture. Use linen for foundational items like curtains and sofas to give a breathable, relaxed feel. Then layer wool throws and velvet cushions for visual and tactile variety. Each fabric serves a role. Linen grounds the look, wool adds comfort, and velvet brings sophistication. Together, they create a perfectly styled contrast. Choose fabrics in muted or earthy tones to stay within the rustic elegance theme. Avoid overly shiny or synthetic textures that disrupt the natural feel. Use these materials sparingly to avoid a cluttered look. Balance is key. Aim for comfort that feels elevated. Use a neutral wool rug underfoot. It instantly adds warmth and texture without stealing the spotlight. Layer rough and refined materials side by side. Place a rustic stone vase on a marble coffee table or a soft linen runner on a reclaimed wood table. The deliberate contrast in textures makes the design feel curated and sophisticated. Don't be afraid to juxtapose elegance and grit. They elevate each other. Contrast is the soul of rustic elegance. Combine hand-woven baskets with glass vases or use soft cushions on industrial-style chairs. This blending of opposites brings warmth and style into harmony. Keep each material honest. Let wood show its grain and let velvet reflect just enough light. Authenticity makes these pairings feel natural. When layering, keep each material visible rather than burying it under decor. Let the contrast speak. Let natural imperfections add character. Instead of hiding flaws, highlight them: knots in wood, cracks in pottery, uneven stone edges. These organic details create warmth and tell a visual story. Embrace items that show signs of age or handmade charm. They add personality and depth to an otherwise polished space. Use vintage finds or artisanal pieces instead of mass-produced items. Even a chipped enamel pitcher or an uneven tile backsplash can become a focal point. Imperfection is beauty in rustic elegance. Let your space breathe by not trying to make it look overly designed. Shop at flea markets or secondhand stores. You'll find authentic pieces with natural charm. Pair farmhouse tables with modern seating. A weathered wood dining table sets the rustic tone. Contrast it with sleek, upholstered dining chairs in a neutral tone. This mix creates a grounded, inviting space with a touch of formality. Make sure seating is comfortable but structured to keep the elegant feel. You can also use modern chairs with clean lines and metal or wood frames for a more minimal look. Keep color palettes consistent. Don't introduce too many new tones. The key is contrast in form, not chaos in style. Let the table's rustic character shine under refined seating. Bench seating on one side adds a relaxed touch to balanced, structured chairs. Add upholstered pieces with elegant silhouettes. Choose tufted sofas, curved armchairs, or padded headboards to introduce elegance. These pieces soften the space and contrast beautifully with rustic materials. Look for fabrics like velvet, linen, or cotton in neutral tones. Elegant silhouettes help elevate the overall room design. Avoid overly ornate details. Stick to simple, timeless lines. Match these pieces with more rugged elements like stone floors or reclaimed wood walls. Use them as anchors for comfort and style. This creates a luxurious feel without overpowering rustic charm. Light-colored upholstery pops against dark wood for an instant rustic elegant contrast. Choose furniture with timeless shapes. Focus on pieces with simple lines and classic proportions. Avoid trends. Choose spindle-back chairs, cabriole-leg tables, or Chesterfield sofas. These forms blend seamlessly into both rustic and elegant spaces. Their shape becomes a quiet focal point. Neutral tones and natural materials enhance the longevity of your design. Stick with a few high-quality items rather than crowding the room. Let each piece breathe and tell its own story. Timeless shapes ensure your decor ages gracefully. Buy secondhand vintage pieces. They often feature timeless shapes at better prices. Mix heavy rustic elements with sleek lines. Combine chunky wood tables with slender metal legs or pair industrial shelves with soft, streamlined sofas. This mix creates energy and flow in the space. Heavy elements ground the room while sleek shapes keep it feeling open and modern. Use contrast to shape the space visually. Avoid pairing bulky with bulky. It can make the room feel clunky and dated. Break up the weight with smooth, refined forms. For example, float heavy items with glass tops or metal bases. This gives balance without sacrificing the rustic character. Use negative space strategically around heavier items to keep the layout light and breathable. Keep layouts open and balanced. Start by allowing for open pathways and unobstructed views across the room. Rustic elegance thrives in uncluttered spaces where each element has room to breathe. Use symmetry and scale to create balance, like pairing a large sofa with a wide coffee table. Keep focal points clear and uncluttered. Avoid pushing furniture against every wall. Try floating key pieces like armchairs or benches to create natural gathering zones. Group items in odd numbers and vary height to keep things interesting yet tidy. A balanced layout enhances both flow and visual harmony. Use a rug to define zones. It grounds furniture and brings cohesion to open layouts. Antique or vintage finds. Integrate one-of-a-kind vintage pieces to add soul to your space. Whether it's an antique mirror, distressed chest, or aged candlesticks, these items bring authenticity. Their worn textures and patina pair beautifully with clean, elegant elements. Let them be quiet statements of character. Mix vintage pieces with modern ones to avoid a dated look. Reupholster antique chairs in updated fabrics or place an old armoire in a bright, modern room. These contrasts keep the design fresh while rooted in history. Choose items with stories, not just style. Estate sales are treasure troves for affordable, authentic vintage decor. Use elegant lighting fixtures as a statement. Choose chandeliers, sconces, or pendant lights that add a graceful focal point to the room. Look for curves, classic lines, or aged finishes to complement rustic charm. Lighting can act like jewelry for your space, both functional and decorative. Let it elevate the overall feel. Avoid overly industrial or ultra-modern lights. Instead, blend crystal, metal, or fabric shades with vintage-inspired forms. Keep brightness warm and soft to match the cozy aesthetic. The right fixture can tie the entire room together. Use dimmers to adjust the mood and make elegant lighting more versatile. Display soft accessories in luxe fabrics. Add throw pillows, drapes, or blankets in velvet, cashmere, or brushed cotton. These materials bring comfort while maintaining a refined look. Keep the color palette soft and earthy. Think muted golds, dusty rose, or olive green. These hues blend beautifully into rustic surroundings. Choose high quality over quantity. A few well-placed, elegant accessories have more impact than a cluttered collection. Vary texture, but keep patterns minimal to preserve the calm aesthetic. These pieces add depth without overwhelming the space. Use fabric spray in lavender or cedar to enhance the softness with a natural scent. Style with organic elements like dried flowers. Dried florals like eucalyptus, pampas grass, or lavender into your decor. Place them in stoneware vases or glass jars for a soft, rustic touch. These natural elements add shape and life without being overpowering. They age gracefully and require no maintenance. Combine dried stems with fresh greenery if you want a bit of contrast. Keep arrangements loose and casual, not overly designed. Group in odd numbers and vary height for a natural look. Organic styling adds warmth and character to elegant spaces. Hang bunches of dried herbs or flowers in kitchens or entryways for rustic charm and aroma. Combine modern art with rustic frames. Select bold, abstract, or minimalist artwork to inject modern sophistication. Then frame these pieces in reclaimed wood or vintage-inspired frames. This twist in presentation fuses rustic warmth with contemporary flair. It creates visual interest without disrupting the overall tone. Use large-scale pieces for dramatic effect or smaller ones in a gallery-style grouping. Keep framing consistent to avoid visual chaos. Matte finishes and natural woods work best in this contrast. Let the art breathe with enough wall space around it. Combine black and white art with dark rustic frames for a timeless pairing. Curate a mix of old and new accessories. Place antique finds next to sleek modern objects on shelves and tables. The dialogue between eras adds richness and storytelling to your space. Think, a vintage clock beside a modern ceramic sculpture. Vary size and shape to keep it visually interesting. Keep your display cohesive by sticking to a limited palette. Mix textures, but not too many colors. Use open shelving or glass cabinets to showcase curated vignettes. These carefully chosen accessories define your style with subtle contrast. Rotate accessories seasonally to keep the space feeling fresh without major changes. Use layered textiles for depth and warmth. Begin with a base like a linen sofa or jute rug. Then layer with throws, cushions, and curtains in complementary tones and textures. This adds cozy visual weight and creates inviting spaces. Mix heavy knits, soft weaves, and subtle prints. Avoid using too many bright colors or patterns at once. Stick to warm neutrals or rich earth tones. Texture, not color, should be the star in rustic elegance. Layering thoughtfully adds comfort and style all year round. Use oversized throws at the foot of beds or draped over armchairs for a designer touch. Add greenery with a natural look. Use potted plants, olive trees, or trailing ivy to breathe life into rustic spaces. Choose varieties with muted green tones and organic shapes. Avoid overly manicured or artificial plants. Place them in clay pots, baskets, or aged planters for harmony. Let plants soften hard lines and fill awkward corners. Group different heights and types together to mimic nature's layering. Use greenery to connect rooms visually and bring freshness. It's a subtle but powerful design tool. Use live herbs in the kitchen for both style and functionality. Keep decorations simple but purposeful. Choose fewer, more meaningful pieces over excessive decor. A handcrafted bowl or vintage pitcher on a console makes a bigger impact than clutter. Every item should serve a purpose, whether function or feeling. Leave space between objects to let them breathe. Avoid filling every wall or shelf. Allow blank space to frame and highlight your chosen decor. Choose items that reflect your lifestyle or history, not just trends. Purpose gives even simple decor lasting presence. Apply the one in, one out rule to maintain simplicity without stifling creativity. Let your personal style shine through subtle details. Small elements that reflect your story, photos, heirlooms, or favorite books. Personal touches in a rustic elegant space should whisper, not shout. Choose quality over quantity and integrate with care. These moments make the space truly yours. Display these pieces in small vignettes or mixed into shelves with intention. They should feel naturally placed, not staged. Let your space evolve. Rustic elegance is not static. It's your personal story told with design. Add one new personal detail each season to keep your space feeling fresh and meaningful. Thank you for watching Elle's Decor Studio, where luxury lives in the details. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more high-end inspiration every week. Until we meet again, elevate every corner and live with elegance.